Hey y'all, what's up? In today's video, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little rundown about how humidity works and how it affects DTF printing. As we all know, some inks require 45 to 60% humidity levels for printing to avoid ink clog or ink flow issues. However, during the winter time, that was great. I didn't have any issues with curing or any of that sort. As we all know, oily prints as well usually stems from curing too hot for a short amount of time. So you've cured the adhesive faster than the ink can dry. Now, that has been the consensus up until now, that it is spring in Florida. I'm in a metal shed with no insulation in one tiny AC unit that barely works for the life of it. So I started feeling my test prints were oily. I've done lots of testing in the last couple of weeks with it. Low temp for a long time, and I mean a long time, to the point that the transfer then cracks and peels in the oven, right? Again, these were all testing purposes. I tried high time, low amount of time. I literally tried everything. Lastly, what came to mind was, because I realized my prints were coming out super watery, with the same ink levels that I've been using now for some time, I decided to plug in the dehumidifier, and I run it every day, all day long, and I keep my humidity levels now between 38 and 45. I'd say 40 and 45 because my XP went out, so I don't have to worry about the low humidity. But if you're running an XP, having such low humidity will cause ink flow issues on the XP. So 45 is ideal, which still works out in my testings that I've done. I can literally pull the print, powder immediately, and cure immediately at my normal times and temps. And I have left the prints now sitting. I've left it in front of the AC to see if condensation gets on it. I left one outside on the table to see if it gets oily. I've put one in a plastic bag and left it open, and none of them obtained oil, or none of them had the oily feel. So the following day, I go back, I allow my humidity levels to rise. Powder was sticking all along the edges, and mind you, I have quality powder, I have quality film. I've tested over 22 brands. I got 4 more brands here that I'm currently testing that was sent to me. So I understand that humidity and static play a role on that, but static plays a role on the powdering. I get that, but so does humidity. Humidity in the room, even the powder that is kept in a well airtight container, it happens. So rest assured that when I tell you I replicated the same scenarios multiple times and got the same results, oily prints versus not oily prints, humidity in the room when you're curing and printing must be in check. So I've had them high when I'm printing, and like I said, the print looks super wet, and I didn't up the ink percentages. I'm not printing on the wrong side of the film. I've tried these with a couple brands of film, because some of y'all will say I'm using the economy, but I've used the economy, I've used DTF Superstores, I've used Amazon's, I've used DTG Pro's regular pre-treat. It all happens. I didn't get to capture all my testing because it was just, you know, it was a lot of information I was doing, you know, raising it by 1%, lowering it. It was just a lot of testing, a lot of film wasted, but I have figured out the problem. Yesterday we did well over 400 prints, and the humidity levels were in check. This morning, the prints that didn't leave, that didn't have to leave, that have been sitting, are not oily at all. I have another print that's been sitting on this desk now 2 weeks, you know, just to allow the environment as well, outside of the ones that I've placed, to let it go longer than my testing, and it still doesn't have any oil. So, long story short, to keep my video within the 7 minutes of the attention span, check your humidity levels when you're printing and curing. If you're curing in high humidity, rest assured you're going to have oily prints. And if you don't believe me, I encourage everyone to not just believe me, but anything I am saying, to put it to the test. I don't just tell you do it. I tell you to try it so you can see for yourself, right? Because I have replicated it over and over now in the last month and a half. I hadn't been vocal about it because I wasn't sure what direction it was going to head to or what the outcome was going to be. But that's what it is. So now I have a dehumidifier running 24/7. I have to clear the bin now maybe once every 3 to 4 days. I used to have to do it every 30 minutes. It wasn't even worth my time. That's why I never ran it. And of course, yes, you can put the line and run it out, but then I would have to modify things to make that happen. So anyway, guys, test the humidity levels when you're curing. Let me know what you guys have tested, the outcome, as well as it also alleviates that powder situation that everyone is having. I realize that as well. And again, I know static plays a role, but static actually gets higher when you lower the humidity, and the powder doesn't stick. So that's defying science there somehow. But again, I need input from those who are going to go out there and actually test it as well and let me know what's going on. Alright guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps alleviate some of the issues you're having. The most common thing I am hearing is people are ordering prints and they're oily and that they have excessive powder. I've been there. I've had a couple of my customers who have rushed me in this scenario to get their prints, and it has happened. You know, you want your prints or you don't. And this was while, you know, during the lead of figuring out why it was happening all of a sudden. Well, we are spring here in Florida, so more humidity for us means we have to solve problems. But hey, it beats low humidity, right? Alright guys, I'm gonna quit rambling on. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you know, the more we grow. And again, I will put out there what to do and what not to do. So follow me. Bye guys.